Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Amber Rose, also known as the Religious Hippie. You can basically follow me on any social media platform, or you can type in my official website at thereligioushippie.com. So make sure you go and check that out, and welcome back. So today's episode is going to be a little bit different. Today we're going to be talking about tattoos and the Catholic Church's stance on it. And of course, before we begin, I know that this is going to be somewhat of a hot topic for some people, so just a friendly reminder to please keep the comment section hate-free, no bullying, no slurs, no nothing like that. If you see someone who disagrees with you, pray for that person, move on. If you disagree with what I say, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but again, my opinion is what the Catholic Church's opinion is, and that is that the Catholic Church does not oppose tattoos. Now, whether you want to agree with that or you don't want to agree with that, personal opinion, I guess, but I am telling you that the Catholic Church does not oppose tattoos. Now, many people will flip to Leviticus 19:28 and instantly use it as justification as to why we cannot have tattoos. However, this is not binding on Christians. Leviticus 19:28 was based on a ceremonial law that was only binding to the Jewish people, not to Christians. There's other old laws, such as not wearing one garment made of two materials, that kind of thing, that we also no longer follow, obviously, because when Christ came, we got the New Testament and we got the New Testament law. Okay, now that we've got all of that cleared up, this does not mean you can just get any tattoo you want, or you can use this as an excuse against your mom and being like, look, mom, I can get a tattoo now. No. There are some things you still have to observe. The tattoo you get cannot be explicit, vulgar, satanic, evil, or anything that goes against the truths of Christianity. Make sure that you know the pros and cons of getting a tattoo before you get one. It's great to write this out on like a list and be like, okay, here's the pros of having a tattoo, here's the cons of having a tattoo. Always give yourself several months before jumping on to the I'm going to get a tattoo train. Don't just get the first tattoo you see. Actually stew on it for a while. Is that something you want on your body permanently? Because even though they talk about this whole tattoo removal, it's still going to be there. It's not something that just disappears. Father Mike Schmitz, you guys know him, he actually has a tattoo. He made a video about it. I'll link it below for you guys if you want. But previously, he had a video about tattoos, and it was actually very well known and liked. And he would say to wear a shirt with the tattoo that you wanted, like drawn on Sharpie or whatever, and wear that underneath your garments every single day. And if at the end of like 3 or 6 months you still want that tattoo, then okay. But if you don't, well, thank God you didn't get it tattooed on your skin. However, I will say that not all tattoos are going to be on the shirt area of your body. So I highly suggest getting some temporary tattoos of the thing that you want. It's not hard to upload a photo onto a temporary tattoo website and have them be able to transfer that onto a temporary tattoo, send it to your house, and then you can test it out to see if you actually like where it's going to be and what it's going to look like. I just think that's a little bit more reasonable than like putting an undergarment underneath your shirt and like drawing Sharpie on it. Not all of us wear undershirts, and not all of us are going to get a tattoo where the shirt's going to be. So I would just say get a temporary tattoo, and if you like the way that that looks, then okay, that's a good step in the right direction. Now, many people hold the view that tattoos are a form of body mutilation. Now, many people view tattoos as body mutilation, but technically so are piercings in your ears. And I have 4. I have one here, I don't have an earring in right now, one here, and then one here. And that's all I'm gonna get, because that's all I really want. And mainly the whole reason I wanted them was to add a little bit more bling to some dull outfits. I love wearing like gold diamonds and just like pearls and stuff. Anyways, I feel more feminine when I'm able to wear more jewelry. However, too many piercings can end up looking really trashy, especially if they're on your face and things like that. I'm not calling anyone out who has like tattoos or whatever, tattoos on their face. Like, I'm not trying to pick on them, but I am saying that having too many piercings, too many tattoos in areas does look trashy. And honestly, kind of unprofessional too, but if you're doing it for a silent devotion and nobody knows you have one, or it's in a really discreet area and it's not like in your face crazy, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I want to just say something really quick, that tattoos do not make you less or more of a Christian. But again, please, please, please make sure that this is something you want to do and it's not just a spare of the moment thing. Don't use my video against your mom and be like, look mom, the religious hippie said I could get a tattoo. Don't do that. I don't want your moms emailing me. All in all, just please be vigilant and observant and make sure that this is something you actually want. Take the steps, don't just rush into it. And it also does not hurt to get your tattoo decommissioned by a priest, which basically means they just put a blessing on it. And then that way you're, like, if there's a curse on it or whatever, or the person who did it had like bad intentions, I don't know. I always just think that that's probably a good idea. I heard Father Ripperger talk about it all the time. And actually in one of his books, not one of his books, sorry, one of the apps that he put together, the exorcism app, there's actually a prayer for decommissioning a tattoo. And so if you guys do have tattoos, I highly suggest you either get a priest to decommission it, or I think you can probably do it yourself if you use the exorcism app, but just please do that just in case. I've heard of horror stories from Father Ripperger and Father Crow and a bunch of other exorcists, so just be careful and observe the things that I've mentioned previously. But yeah, with all of that being said, I know this was a bit of a shorter video, but I wanted to hop on here and talk about this really quick because I've been getting a lot of questions about it, and I don't know why they're all coming in like right now, but I figured I'm like, I'll just make a video about it. That way I can answer all of you at once and it just makes it easier for everybody. So it works out, you know? But with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!